right, the next one I'm going to go over is the flex bone. Now again, this is kind of hard for us to say this is exactly what we would do unless we were breaking down film and we knew, are they an option team? Are they inside? Are they midline, inside, outside veer team? We may defense that different than we would are they toss, rocket toss, ISO, counter, that type team out of it. So it depends on what you're doing as what we would do. But again, just showing you just a skeleton of what you can do. Again, we would be in fives. We'd have our Will here, reading this cat. We'd have our Sam here reading that cat, getting reads on those so that we're good to go. The Mike would be reading the fullback, all right? Our Robber would be reading him like read 2, rob 1. The free safety would be reading him like read 2, rob 1. Again, if we were in quarters coverage, we could also read them and run cover 2 read where they're running. And so when we get something, we could get instant support from the corner and be over the top here and doing some roll stuff. So there's a lot of stuff we could do to that. Where we're rolling like with motion roll where you got to support, here, you got a third here and a third here. Coming on the backside, or even support here, third here, he's got an extra support and he's rolling back. So there's a ton of things you can do with these 3 safeties. But base just lined up to get with starting, we'd be reading here, he'd be reading there, the Mike would be reading the fullback, and so would the start. Okay, now, if you're a veer option team, we may be having the start read the quarterback. So is it midline, inside, or outside veer? Putting him on track of inside, outside, or midline, inside, outside veer. So depending on what you're doing is what we would do. So that's just a look at that. Now, some other things that we would do is once you take off in motion, say for example, like you would go motion, a lot of the things that you can do with this is with your line calls, like do you want to slant to it? Okay, where they're motioning this way, so you want to slant the nose to it, you want to pinch the end, you want to send the Sam, okay, and then you could go roll cover 3 where you're rolling this guy down the flat, that guy's playing deep third, he's rolling back, doing things like that, and you still got an extra hat over here for the counter game. Or, okay, you could send him in motion there with the linebackers, and once they come in motion here. So now this guy here, once he comes in, he's getting ready to run support, so he's reading here. He now is going to read the tackle. If he sees pass, he's ready to help here. If he sees run, he's ready to fit here, especially if you get a down block, getting ready for counter to come back this way. All right, but you would leave this end base in here so he could spill the counter, bouncing it to him, and this guy's getting ready to fit. But you got this guy, and this guy that can fit to the side they're going to. All right, but if they motion here, again, and they're a big option team, you can pinch him, bring him. So now you're getting a pull pitch read right off the bat, and people are ready to run. Because the last thing you want to do is give them the dive. Obviously, y'all all know that, playing option teams. So you want to make them pitch the football. So those are just some twists you can do versus flex bone. Again, this defense is kind of unlimited to the stuff you can do. All right, let's watch some film. The nice thing about playing in Kansas City, we see it all. All right, we're going to see all these formations, obviously, that we're showing you, we have seen throughout the course of the year. All right, flex bone. All right, here we go. All right, so you're going to get flex bone. Again, lining up, normal. Okay, boom, normal, normal, normal. All right. Reading, reading, reading. All right, got motion. All right, so if you want, you can adjust with motion. So you're crashing down on that thing. All right, so you can see it from this angle. You get motion here. All right, so boom, you're coming. You're shutting this guy. This guy here knows he's got to shut this B gap down. We got a guy off the edge, a guy on the B gap, linebacker coming right here, and a safety ready to fit. So every gap and everything's taken. All right, here we go again. 4th down, 4th and short right here. Just bottle that thing up. You got to stay there. Don't let it bounce. Don't let it bounce. Got it on 2nd effort. All right, again, got motion coming. Motion. All right, get ready. All right, you got to shut down the gaps. Shut it down. Okay, he gets in there. He does a good job of getting in there. We just got to get in there and move. Lower pad levels. Drive the pile back. Don't let them get it on 2nd effort. I got back pedals into it. That's not good on our part once we get there. We got him down. Finish it. All right, here we go again. Motion. Spin down. Again, you can go the coverages with it, right? Because they're tightening down a little bit. Motioning around. Again, spinning. Getting your eyes on the guy, on who you got. Okay, this guy right here has got to be not so antsy because that's why you're hot popping. That guy's coming out. That's your guy. You got to be on him. Okay, stay on him. That's why we said once he comes around, the star's got to get his eyes on the back, boom, and then he jumps that. The star's got to jump that, all right? You got to be eye discipline, eye discipline, eye discipline. Don't take your eyes off people. We have 2 guys chasing 1. All right, here we go again. Really, I would like for this guy here to be more out here so he doesn't lose leverage. He's kind of shooting in there a little bit too far. But as you can see, he comes in, he does a great job of getting in there and getting it set. This end does a good job of getting across face. Again, just moving. Don't line up, be ready to move. There's that nose that I told you weighed 185 pounds right there. Get downhill. All right, so here we go, boom. He's getting ready, coming across. All right, so as you can see, like I'm saying, it's hard to say this is exactly what we would do until you know what the team you're playing against is going to be doing. All right, as you can see, that team there ran the ball more than running triple option. If you're going to play a triple option team, we would go over different things and we could talk to you about squeezing, okay, so that you could, defensive end is making it hard for that guy to read him and also making it hard for that tackle to get on the Mike linebackers. That's one of the things we do against an option team. Let me freeze this thing right here real quick. Like against an option team, what we do, for instance, this is a guy, and he's trying to down track, and this guy's a read. We want to really, really, really get hands on this guy and ride him as long as we can, and then come off of his butt just like we were going to do. It's the same principle as zone read. He should be taking the dive, but we just don't want him to have a clear path to the Mike linebacker.